Hi, it's the week 5 assignment. So I decided to do daycares and pets. I wanted to do where a user could create daycares and add whatever pets are checking into daycares, checking out, deleting. And yeah. So here I made a pet class that takes in the name and the type of pet that they are. The daycare class that's just gonna take in a name of a daycare. It'll also have a pets array because you can add as many pets as you want to a specific daycare. Here we have a add pet method that's gonna take in the pet. As long as that pet is an instance of the class pet, we're going to push it to the pets array here in the daycare. If not, it's gonna throw an error to the user saying that it needs to be an instance of the class pet. Um, yeah, and it also has a describe method saying this dot name has this dot pets link pets checked in. So name of the daycare has however many pets there are. Let's say there's three pets checked in. Here's the class of the menu. It's gonna have a daycares array and this dot selected daycare. So whatever daycare the user creates and has selected, it'll be this. I decided to put the show main menu options up here instead of at the end. So the prompt box is going to pop up for the user and it's going to show create new daycare, view daycare, delete daycare, whatever of whichever of these that the user picks, whether it's 1, 2, or 3, as long as if they pick 1, 2, or 3, here in the start method, in the switch, it's going to go through. So if the user picks 1, it's going to implement whatever method is associated with that number. So 1 has create daycare, 2 view daycare, 3 delete daycare, and if it's 0, it's going to say goodbye to the user. Excuse me. Down here, I also put the show daycare menu option. So when you press create and click a daycare, this is going to pop up, giving you the options to either go back, to create a pet, which is check in a pet to the daycare, or check out a pet, delete. And then it'll have all the daycare information on the bottom here. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Here's the create daycare method that's going to take in a name. The user's going to type in a name, and whatever name they put in, we're going to push it to the daycare's array. We're going to pass it through the daycare class, so new daycare, pass in that name, and then we're going to push it to the daycare's array. If we want to view a daycare, it's going to ask the user to put in the index. So since it's 0 base, from 0 to however many daycares they add. We have an if statement. Again, if it's in between, as long as it's greater than -1 and less than the daycare's array length, it's going to have that daycare index pushed to this selected daycare. So know that selected daycare is selected. It's going to push out the daycare name and the description. And then it's going to also show the pets and types that are in that specific daycare. So to do that, we do a for loop. We're going to loop through the pets array length. And we're going to add to the description. So the description originally was daycare name. Now we're going to add to it. We're adding the name of the pet as well as the type. Here, it's just gonna, it's a switch statement on for the daycare menu options. So which is up here, whatever number that the user picks, 1 or 2, it's going to implement the method. So create pet or delete pet. the create pet method, we're going to take in name and type. So the user needs to type in the name of the pet. What type of pet? Is it a rabbit? Is it a dog? Is it a cat? Whatever. Once they do that, it's going to be pushed to the daycare that they already selected. So it's going to be the information they pass in is going to be pushed to the pet class, which takes the name and type. And then we're going to push it to the pets array that's located in the daycare class. Delete pet is also, it's the same thing. Yeah. So it's gonna ask the user to get the index of the pet that they want. Whatever index they pick, it's gonna be, as long as it's greater than -1 and less than the pets array, we're going to go to that index. So if it's index 1, we're going to go to index 1 and we're going to delete 1. So 1 would not be there anymore. Same with delete daycare, it's the same. We put the index of the daycare and then it's going to go to that index and delete 1 as long as it is valid. Greater than -1 and less than the daycare's length. So here, as you can see, this is the prompt. Exit, creating daycare, view daycare. So let's create a new daycare. Let's call it Sunshine. All right, now to view daycares 2. The index is 0 base, so even though there's only one daycare, we're gonna put 0. Daycare name Sunshine. We can check in a pet or check out a pet. Let's check in the pet. Pet name will be Jack, which was my cat. Cat, type of pet. Okay, now to view the daycare, we need to go back. 0 index, there's Sunshine, daycare Sunshine, has Jack, cat. We want to check in one more pet. Let's say, I don't know, Carrie, a dog. Here we have daycare Sunshine, we have Jack the cat, Carrie the dog, and if I want to check out the pet from that daycare, delete, let's do 0 index. Okay, so now if we go back to the daycare called Sunshine, Jack was deleted, and now Carrie dog is number 1 or 0. So that's my week 5 assignment. Thank you. And yeah.